Greetings, chuckleheads. We've got another one for ya, so let's dig in!
Learn about in school.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Martin Luther King Jr. What'd he do?
He died for his sins.
No, that was...
Babe,
What?
why is there a for sale sign in our front yard?
Oh, the realtor came over today?
What?
The realtor. I hired a realtor, so...
Why?
Because I found your Tinder.
So you're gonna sell our house?
Yeah, I'm selling your dream house.
Don't you think that's something that we need to talk about before doing it?
No, you cheated and didn't talk about it. You chose to go find another dude, and instead, I'm the one that's bad for selling the house because we're getting a divorce.
It's not just your house. It's something we need to talk about.
We're not talking about anything, Jenna. This is over.
And so it is our brave knight rose against the serpent that had sullied his land and besmirched his...
Hey man, take care, man.
You want to race?
Nah. The cop's right there, man. Damn!
Why are men so concerned with women's body count? But men's body count are twice as much, but obviously don't matter.
You have to understand that there's a great difference between males and females. Men and women are not the same. You are not equal. Men mark their territory. The higher your body count is, the less likely he can bond you and bind you to him as his property. So the more men that you're with, the more value you lose because you got so many men taken from you. After they done took so much from you, what do you have to offer after that? Nothing. So as a woman, why would you want a high body count? Why would you want so many men taken from you so that you can be depressed? You can have anxiety. You can have all of these demons inside of you.
If you're a woman, being a whore is a bad idea.
Really? Say, congratulations, you played yourself.
Diabolical things I want in a man. Number 1, height. My man's gotta be above 6'2". My last 2 boyfriends were 6'3", both of them. And they were jacked. And they looked really good. How am I supposed to downgrade from that? So, unfortunately, my next man will have to be 6'2" and up. Number 2, you can't have a gut. I need you built. I need you fit and going to the gym multiple times a week. I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna date a fat guy. If I can be in the gym 5 days a week and be fit and care about how I look, you can do it. Number 3, he cannot have a salary cap. Whatever career he's in, he needs to have multiple streams of income, and we need to be able to make as much money as possible. That's why I will never date a guy who works in corporate. What is your 100K salary cap gonna do for me? The max you'll ever be able to get to is 150? Yeah, no, we're good. I need you in a career that is going to make us money. I am a lover of luxury. I like expensive things. I like expensive vacations. So will you, if you're my man. So we need a career that can support that.
It's in the eyes, fellas! It's always in the eyes!
You really are crazy.
Emotional damage. You want some therapy?
Women can feel one way in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, and then in their 50s take half of your shit and your children. And I've seen it. Because I just have interviewed too many men on the other side that have been sold a bill of goods by Christian women that know how to rebrand themselves. And then 10 years, 20 years, there's no such thing as a Christian woman in divorce court.
I love you.
Liar! Here I go again on my own.
Why do you think women, especially modern women today, are labeled delusional?
Well, as a man, if you're a loser, there's an immediate feedback that you're a loser. The world lets you know. Your peers don't respect you. Girls don't look at you. You're virtually invisible. So you get negative ramifications for your inadequacies. But as a woman, you don't experience that. It's not until a guy like me comes along and says, you're stupid, or that's not right, or whatever, or challenges you on your viewpoints, which, let's be honest here, most guys are going to do that because they're trying to get laid. It's not until that happens that they kind of wake up. And even if it does happen, they're going to go out and say, you're just a misogynist, write you off, and walk away. So women don't necessarily get negative consequences for poor behavior or poor decisions until later on in life. My boy said, women typically don't wake up until they're buying their own drinks at the bar.
You're out of your goddamn mind. What? This is all in your head. You're sick, twisted, How can you say that?
You think you'll be remembered?
You're a pathetic psychopath.
Begging for attention.
You're gonna die alone. No! A nobody! No! This is not how this was supposed to go. I had it all planned out.
Destroy your society with energy!
Everyone's going to hate me for saying this because I strongly believe in the masculine and feminine dynamic.
Yeah.
Women are here to be women. Our physiology is such. It doesn't mean we need to be locked up in the house and not allowed to do anything. No, that's not what I mean by being feminine. We spiritually take care of men. And men, when they're in the protector provider space, they also thrive.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
He is the Mandalorian, unbroken, unafraid. From the ashes of tragedy, a warrior was made. Bound by honor, by greed, he will stay. Protecting Grogu till his final day. When darkness rises and enemies sway, he stands unshaken. This is the way.
When I interviewed the 1,000 women, I realized how often women lied about abuse. The women would say they were abused, and I would say, okay, how were you abused? I would ask them like 10 questions, and they would their story would fall apart. Now, if these women are all lying about this, what does that mean about like the general population?
I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get
Holy fuck! That was diabolical.
People will look at men and blame, like people will say to a guy, well, you're angry, but fix your life, right? Well, you're angry because you're fat. Well, then get to the gym. Well, you're angry because you don't have any money. Well, get a job. People will be tough with guys. And rightfully so, right? You know, you need to build that backbone. You need to get out there. You need to prove yourself to yourself, right? But people won't show that same just blunt truth to a woman because they're afraid. Oh, then the tears come and then the defensiveness comes and then you're called a misogynist, you're called a woman hater, all this crap. But the reality is that a lot of women are angry because they're setting up a life that doesn't make them happy.
You know it's hard out here for a pimp.
That's a cup of
Oh, that's that cup of That's that cup of
That's that
one cup. I could swear that's that one cup.
Men will keep doing for other people what's appreciated. They need to be appreciated a lot. So much of what stops happening is because we expect them to do it. And so we think they don't deserve appreciation for doing something they just should do. So we don't appreciate them.
And I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe. And I get more ass than a toilet seat.
Our enemies have multiplied before us. What power should come to our aid?
Power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
Stop leaving the light on. If you're the last person to leave, turn it off. I can't see anything. It would help if the porch light was on.
What, are you retarded?
Feelings, nothing more than feelings.
Jaden has $1 bill, 1 quarter, and 2 pennies. How much money does he have? Jaden broke.
This whole body count argument is kind of silly in the sense that you're never going to get a straight answer, guys. You're not. They're going to lie to you, because they know. And the thing is, they used to not lie, but now they're on to you because they're on to the fact that you don't like the high body count, right? You told them, right? We told them also in all the videos that we did about it. And now they're like, oh, I slept with the whole football team. What do I do? Shit, So now they're like, what do I mass delete, right? So like, oh, my body count is actually 2, Meantime, it's like 2 from Saturday, right?
Mom, why'd you have to take me to Supercuts? This haircut looks horrible.
I had a coupon. You look good, honey.
Okay, Houston, we've had a problem here. This is Houston. Say again, please. Houston, we've had a problem.
There was a guy I interviewed, and he married a Christian woman. No kids, not overweight. They have 2 children together. One day he comes home. The wife has filed a temporary restraining order on him. He's kicked out of his house. No trial, no evidence, no nothing. He has to wait. It's during COVID. So he has to wait a year and a half to even get to see his children. And by the time he gets to court, the mom's been in the kid's ear saying how terrible of a person he is. Now they go to court and they say to him, well, you haven't been in the kid's life for a year and a half, even though she lied about the abuse and they figured that out in court. This man had, and I saw his court documents, text evidence that this woman was planning to do this to him. In the year, he still had to pay the mortgage on the house. He still had to pay child support in that year and a half period. He hasn't seen his kid. Michael, they live a mile from him. Because can you imagine going through that? I've interviewed so many men that I would not be surprised if they committed suicide.
What is happening to me?
Dr. Riz is real, and he's coming for your grandma.
You look like a mad scientist.
What I need, doctor?
I can't give it to you here, baby.
Oh my God!
Let's see what Ray has to say. The modern American woman is lost. You women, 99% of you want Brad Pitt, and then get mad when a regular guy looks at you at a bar, a park, or a church. Anyway, the prize is overseas, away from the disaster women we men have in America. Passport bros. We are going to the Philippines and countries where traditional women still exist now. Please go. Go for it, Ray. I mean, let's warn them first. I love that modern women just means women who won't submit. Ray is super mad that he can't control women anymore.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
And it is ruining his day. As far as what men look like, of course we want to be attracted to them in the same way that you want to be attracted to a woman. But we certainly don't need them to look like Brad Pitt or Hugh Jackman or Henry Cavill. What we want is for them to have good character and to be kind, to not need to control a woman, to not have angry outbursts, to be a safe place for us physically and emotionally.
Here it is. Show me the money.
Ladies and ladies, the boxing contender of the world, the undisputed
A man will sacrifice his happiness for his family, and a woman will sacrifice her family for her happiness.
I don't believe that.
That's deep.
Because you guys are the men.
No, because it happened to me in real life.
I think it's, listen, this is hard for you to accept it because I don't think, I think you would be different.
You're good. But my mom left when I was like 1 or 2.
See, that gives me chills
She
like,
disappeared.
thinking about that.
Not disappeared, but like she was wanting to like go do young people stuff and go party and stuff like that. Well, my dad had to, go to work and take care of me. She did come back eventually, but that's picking happiness over her family.
It gave me like chills.
Why?
I don't know. It's sad to think about. A man would sacrifice his happiness for his family. A woman would sacrifice her family for her happiness.
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
Comments like this are so funny because it implies that getting divorced is easy. As if people just like wake up in the morning one day and say, hey, I'm going to get a divorce. On average, it takes a woman 4 years to leave her marriage. Women are putting in the work. They're going to therapy. They're putting in the work to make the relationship work. And mind you, it takes 2 to make a marriage successful. Divorce is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. And even in the best situation, it is emotionally taxing. It is financially devastating. It affects every aspect of your life, not to mention the amount of shame that you feel as a divorced person. It affects your children and everyone around you. So instead of basing a comment like this on a 10-second video, maybe try to read between the lines and know that there's more to the story than that.
So women are working very, very hard to keep their marriages together, and all the men are uncooperative. Do you really expect me to flippin' believe that? How about no? Number 2.5, get rid of these clowns! You heard the boss, time to go! Don't forget gift basket on the way out!
Welcome back. Yeah, everybody's checking their mail. What is it?
I think it was just a Christmas card. I don't know.
Maybe it's got some money in it or something. I wonder why somebody would do that.
Santa found your Tinder, ho, ho, ho.
Oh, no.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, no.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, no.
Did you do this?
Yeah,
Why the fuck would you do this?
because I'm festive like that.
So can't you just do business?
Me? My own business? My wife sleeping with other dudes is my business.
What I do in my own time is not business.
Oh.
You know what? It's talked about a negative piece of shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Maybe I won't see you. You know? Maybe if you won't miss it.
Oh, sorry, I'm depressed.
Have kids. Like, I don't want them to grow up in a broken home. Like,
Well, I don't want them to grow up with a cheating mother, but you're the one who did this. You're the one who did this to us. And I don't care if you don't want a divorce. I mean, that's a classic, like, cheater excuse. Yeah, so good luck.
There is a major problem with modern women wanting to live that single life while they're married.
Winter's coming.
I feel like if you're dating someone, like the past shouldn't matter.
So let me ask you a question, just a quick question. If a man has a history of domestic violence, does his past matter?
Yeah.
Okay, then. Is there anything else you wanted to add to that?
But I'm saying, like, I wouldn't go digging into his, like, ex-relationships.
If you were told by a friend of yours that a man you were dating had a history of domestic violence, you wouldn't go digging, really?
I actually got told a lot about my current boyfriend. Like, people came up to me and were telling me things about him when we went out. And from seeing his character, like, I knew that that was just bullshit.
Okay, you didn't go poking around, though?
I didn't need to, because I didn't care about what was happening previously.
What if you were told that he had a history of kid diddling? Would you go poking around then, since you have a daughter at home?
I use my discernment on. That's why he's the person
your
that ever met my daughter.
Do you think that they're just going to announce themselves and all their creepy vibes are just going to come out at once? Okay, well, let me just ask this very simply then. Would you allow somebody who had ever diddled a kid around your daughter?
Obviously not.
Well, then I guess their history matters, doesn't it?
Somebody stuck their dick in one of the Hogwarts choir toads. Dear Lord, baby Jesus, if you would please put your tiny little minuscule hand upon the earth and her very stupid people, Lord. Reach out beyond the sacred bassinet, bestowing baby blessings. Oh, thank you, infinite baby Lord. Amen.
This guy wanted to see if he could chug sparkling water without burping.
Oh my gosh. What do I do?
There's one thing that drains a man faster than anything else in a relationship, and most women do it every single day without realizing. It's not about what you're saying, it's how you're saying it, the tone of voice. A lot of women don't realize they've stopped using that soft, warm voice with their man. Everything comes out sharp. Yeah. Complaining about this, nagging about that, bringing up what he didn't do. And when was the last time you said something genuinely positive? Not sarcastic, not backhanded, just appreciative. Most of the time, it's 90% critical and maybe 10% positive, if that. And then we wonder why he seems distant or checked out.
Oh,
that constant negativity, it's draining. Your man craves your softness, your warmth. He needs to feel like you actually like him.
I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, I'm a child.
You have failed me for the last time.
The reason that pushed me to even bring up divorce and talk about it was the fact that I feel like I can't be myself with my husband. And it's really confusing because I'm 32 years old. I am a mom of 3. And I still don't know who I am. So for me to be like, oh, I can't be myself or you don't love me for who I am isn't really fair because I don't know who I am.
This woman has 3 children. She's 32 years old. They got a dog. And what is wrong with it? She's selfish, A, and she's bored, right? And why is she bored? Because everything is going really well. And she wants something else.
Yes. In a very woman-centered world.
The grass isn't always greener on the other side, and if you tend to your own garden, you'll get out of it what you put into it.
If men started saying we don't owe women love, the way some women say we don't owe men submission, would that be called progress or regression?
Regression.
How?
I think because you have to give and take in every situation, mostly every relationship.
I feel like I think women straying away from submitting to men and men straying away from loving their women unconditionally. There's no progression or nothing progressive to stem from that. It's just gonna warrant a lack of unity and camaraderie amongst partners.
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
I asked these kids what they wanted to do after graduating from kindergarten.
I want to be pregnant.
My son got so disrespectful because he know I'm far away from him right now, because if I was down the street, I probably would have pulled up. And now he's the black sheep of the family and he's been treated different and I just hate him. I project my traumas on him.
Look at that.
So when I feel like I don't have anybody to talk to, I call my son and I get to my son. He tells me I'm projecting my traumas on him. I thought we were just having a conversation. I'm not sure why my son feel like he's the outcast, but my son has put me through so much. I've had DSS called on me because of him. He's done got kicked out of every school. He said he get treated different from the rest of them. No one disrespects me like him. I don't care about this bullshit. Like, he cusses. Y'all, he cussed so much this morning. I told him, take me out the group chat, and he's blocked. Until you learn how to respect me, don't call me. And I mean that. All the things I've been through with him, all the things I had to deal with by myself. He's saying that I chose my baby daddy and I'm I can't even talk.
Jesus.
Projecting my traumas on him.
What the hell is wrong with you people? Huh? What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
What the French is wrong with you? I do not care what your son did. Family matters stay within the family. No honor, no legacy, no respect, right?
At this rate, if we keep going like this, I think we're gonna have to cheat on you.
Okay, Tony, I know that's a lot to handle. Infidelity, affairs. Don't think about it. What are you feeling in this moment?
I think that'd be fantastic. I kind of low-key been waiting for this. Because that way the pumps can be distributed elsewhere. She could like outsource the pumps. That takes the pressure off me. I didn't even think it was an option until now. But now I feel like, yo, I've been waiting for this.
You want her to cheat on you?
It would help. It would help me, my well-being, my penis would be like, woo, I can get a hot moment to breathe. Safely, though. Don't be smashing raw. But
Get your
man,
hands off of me. Now.
This is a new one for me.
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently. That's okay. Things are gonna be okay.